Hello, my name is Alex Turner. I'm a field producer for the series In Search Of with Devin Adams. We have hit a few snags with production over the past few months, and I'm afraid to say Devin has gone missing. He had driven up to Mount Shasta by himself, and we were supposed to meet him there with a camera crew a few weeks later. Up until that time, he had been posting fairly consistently, and then just went silent. We didn't hear anything from him. He wasn't putting anything out. And by the time we got there, we couldn't find him. We couldn't find his trailer. There was seemingly no evidence that he had ever been there. Since leaving, we've been receiving these interesting or real bizarre images and videos on a lot of our equipment. We don't really know where it's coming from, but we are hoping that it's somehow him trying to get a hold of us. We obviously hope everything's okay with his health, but we don't know where he is and we haven't heard from him. So we're doing everything we can, and we promise to keep you guys updated. So thank you very much. We'll be in touch.
So I told the sheriff the whole thing seemed really suspicious. It was later in the day, and I was pretty far up the mountain. Like, I hadn't seen any other hikers for days at this point. Like, I was way out there. And then I suddenly come across this tent, and it was just a mess. Like, it didn't look old, it wasn't weathered, it was just kind of a generic store-bought tent. But it looked like someone had gotten out of there in a hurry. So I called out. There's no answer. I took some pictures of the area just to kind of document it before I disturbed anything. I don't know. I figured I should just check around and try to figure out what the fuck happened, see if I could help this person, if this person needed help, right? But under one of the tarps, I came across a backpack with the name Devin Adams on it. So I opened it up and I looked inside in case it might explain what happened, and that's when I came across these drives. So I hooked them up to my laptop, and I have no explanation for what I saw. I've been hiking these mountains my entire life. I've never seen anything like that before. So I got off the mountain, I went straight to the police station, and I dropped the bag off, and I don't know what else I could have done. I think this whole thing's a fucking hoax, which really pisses me off because it discourages people from enjoying these mountains. Maybe it's some weird border patrol bullshit. We're like 15 minutes away from Mexico here. Who knows what those border agents are actually doing up there? I don't know, but I don't like it. Look, I do hope you find your man Devin, but please, stay the fuck off my mountain. It's not cool, man.
My name is Sheriff John Gottlieb, and I've been in law enforcement here in San Diego County for over 32 years. I'm handling the missing persons case involving Devin Adams. He's a retired anthropology professor who went missing in the mountains 3 months ago while shooting a series for YouTube. Now, I know this is a little unorthodox, but we've decided to engage his audience on the social platforms to see if we can discover more about the circumstances around his disappearance. There's a lot of speculation going on about the whereabouts of Dr. Adams. Did he get lost up in Mount Shasta or down here in the San Diego mountains? There's conflicting evidence discovered in both locations. And, well, quite honestly, I question the integrity of some of the evidence that's been brought to my office. Specifically, several digital drives that seem to have a collection of disturbing videos. Now, my office considers these videos to be a hoax, but given the fact that Dr. Adams is missing, something corroborated by his ex-wife, we are moving forward with this investigation. Now, against the counsel of the DA's office, I'm including one of those videos here to see if anyone can offer clues to the location of the production of this video. Feel free to contact my office or the In Search of Tribe sites. We're sharing information and working in conjunction with their offices to solve this case. Thank you in advance for your time.
So I told the sheriff's office I'll be willing to record this for the Devon Adams social channels. I know that they are desperately trying to find the professor. So, hi, I'm Daniela Purchase. I was a TA for Devon Adams back during our fall semester of 2022. There's not much to say out of the ordinary. Devon, he was a great teacher. He loved his students. Even though he was about to retire, you could tell that he really, really loved teaching anthropology. Actually, it's funny because he did have a slight obsession with some fringe theories. And I could tell that his colleagues would have definitely given him shit if they knew exactly what he believed. So he kept that private. He did share with me his obsession with ultra-terrestrials, and also the fact that he was a staunch supporter of the Solarian theory, which I find fascinating. Okay, but a lot of professionals nowadays, they would just call that bullshit and whatever. But actually, this might be helpful. So at the end of our last semester, Devin gave me a picture as a thank you note, and inside of that envelope there was also a letter that read, "Look closer." I still don't really know what that means, but I hope you guys find a professor, because he's a good human.
My name is Dalton Torrance. I'm here because my girlfriend suggested that I do this. I know Dr. Adams because I was a student of his. As a teacher, you know, he was a caring and compassionate guy, but honestly, he had some pretty crazy conspiracy theories and thoughts that I really didn't agree with, that definitely left a bad taste in my mouth for sure. In 2020, we went on an excavation together at the Chicxulub crater in Mexico. And for those of you who don't know, the Chicxulub crater is the site where the meteor crash that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. For that trip, Dr. Adams was supposed to be a mentor to me, but I really just ended up being his chaperone. We would go into town every night for dinner, and this guy would just get pissed drunk and start talking about these crazy conspiracy theories that he had, that the crater site actually wasn't because of a meteor. It was created by this advanced life form that used to roam the planet before the evolution of Homo sapiens. Really crazy stuff that was just embarrassing to be associated with, especially at a place like that. That's such a well-respected site in anthropology. It wasn't a good experience. After that, I really felt like I had no choice but to file a formal complaint with the University of Wisconsin's anthropology department. To my knowledge, nothing concrete ended up coming of that complaint, unless his early retirement was a way for them to force him out. And if that was the case, honestly good. I think that students deserve better. I do think it's a sign of where academics have been heading in the past few years. Look, at the end of the day, I agreed to do this because I don't wish anything bad upon Dr. Adams. I hope he's safe and okay. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys found him just holed up in a cave in the middle of nowhere, wearing a tinfoil hat, praying to these reptile people that he thinks roam the planet at some point. And I think I'm done.